Leo, Virgo, Venus, bloodline. I'm Virgo sunshine. I'm here for a fun time. Venus is aligned and she adding to the drum line. I came through like a cannon, Vedic Leo like a wrecking ball. I can buy my own flowers to the one who owns my heart. Acts of service and inclusion makes you worth it. Ain't gotta be perfect, but confusion makes me lose circuit. I live in passion, romantic gestures, and creative action. I pay attention to detail and reciprocate my attraction. I got goals and I hope that yours are adjacent. I love to take you places, shaking hands in same places. Be my partner for the ages, I hope you stay a while. I'm known for overthinking, but assurance calms me down. I like affection, you and I moving in one direction. Love and correction, cause you care about how I'm stepping. You pay attention and you adding into my ambiance, assisting with my confidence, my other half, my confidant, someone I be learning from, exercise a discipline. Hey universe, bring me a God who can go within, secure with me showing skin. I prefer chiffon and satin. Help me run the jewels, wrapping copper on El Dragons. What he says, he makes it happen, manifesting with his chakras. I serve and support together, who gon' stop us? We magic. I know I get wrapped up in intellect, it's a habit. Materialize and move to the next. I need balance. Bring me a God that's intimate, emotion set on sentiment. With patience, I know he's heaven sent. I like communication, boundaries and expectations, check-ins on occasion, growing on the same pages, controlling our stimulation with infinite vibrations. Be my friend, be my friend. Bust down jokes with my folks. If you blend, then we win. We safe spaces, gate makers, celestial note takers. Be on my level, knowledge of the flyers for naysayers. Virgo thoughts on my heart make me analyze. Leo experiences take them thoughts and then they amplify. The wands and pentacles bring big energy. He gotta have a big throne if he gon' sit with me. Gift exchanges, holding hands, and we create an art. A universe, align me a God that's gon' mirror my heart. Be my friend, be my friend. I'm loyal, Virgo, soil like a lamp to a gem. Be my shim. Be my friend, be my friend. I'm loyal, Leo, spoiled, but I give it back times 10, and that's my hymn. Be my friend, be my friend. If you want me, then say it so I apprehend and expend. Be my friend, be my friend. The universe brought you here, let that rom-com begin. Hey, be my friend.
I prefer to watch human behavior from afar. The ignorance, intelligence, and they also war. Tragedy, strategies, put knowledge in the book. Change our language so we couldn't read it if we look. Convince us we ain't have shit here but disease. Made us 3/5 human and black can't legally. You put your fists up to being African American. How much history you went through for that to make some sense? I've been on Turtle Island 10,000 years. Akubulan been my neighbor. Pangea brought me here. The world didn't start in 1400s. Sneakers grow up. What you think we was doing? Morse was running Europe. We been tribal folk, now it's time to show up. Bring back the villages, cause cities ain't got no love. You're melanin addicted to the infliction of pollution. Chemical dependency, nature the solution. Grow your food and medicine, build homes in conclusion. The enemy will televise infiltration as inclusion.
And in order to be in propria persona in this country, whether that be North America, Central America, or South America, you must be a Moor. If they want to be sovereign, they got to go home. They cannot be sovereign here.
Universe is generous, so say less. I'm on it like a magic carpet. Ride a wave through your hood. All I find I keep. Peep to a abandoned scene, must be left by the vaccine. Oh well, we tried to told them. Now let's go in the hell, molten lava jail. Now digger, well we gon' live well for free. The mind state translate the meekest first plan.
Peace, peace, y'all.
Peace.
We back, sis. We back.
I know it took a minute for us to get here, but we back now.
Divine timing and alignment. Happy New Year's, folks. Gang, gang.
Yes, Happy New Year.
And I say it's a divine alignment because we didn't even have guests lined up the way we had lined up. We had to go through a couple things and have a couple situations and experiences in order for us to have what we have tonight for y'all.
And definitely, because we have an abundance. We have an abundance of information. We have an abundance of guests. We have an abundance of time as well to expound on Ogun today.
Yes. And it's in divine alignment with the new year. You know, because as far as my knowledge goes, Ogun is associated with, you know, the other deity of Aries and the Mars aspect and things of that nature. And then, you know, we have like 4 planets lined up in Aries on April 8th, which is supposed to be like the solar eclipse. They're going to be lined up in Aries on the tropical, and then in Pisces on the Vedic. So that's pretty interesting. So it's definitely a nice alignment for us to be doing Ogun right now. How you feeling, sis? How you feel to be back?
I'm feeling really great. I feel it's like a fresh start.
Right? Don't it feel like the first
Or
episode over again?
continuing from where we left off. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you haven't spoke to a best friend in a very long time that you never lost touch with, and then you reunited with each other and just pick up where you left off from. Yeah, reunited. Yeah, I'm not even gonna count how many months it's been since we did our last episode.
Don't give me the line, but I'll lie to you.
It just seems like some days. For real.
Yes, we have some beautiful guests lined up today to talk about the Iron Fist of Ogun and all things of Ogun. We have been blessed with the opportunity to bring some practicing masters on this platform tonight for y'all. Please, if y'all have questions, feel free to start typing them questions up in the chat as we go along, because I definitely have a lot of questions. So hopefully we got enough time.
Okay. Listen, I feel like I had to do my homework just to interview to ask questions.
I don't even feel like my homework right. Like I don't even want to read my homework. I just want to sit here. This ain't no telling anything. Ain't even going to finish myself reciting no homework.
Like I'm gonna break out my notepad.
Yeah, girl, you know. And for those of you guys, all right, I gotta do my little commercial. All right. This podcast has been brought to you by Enoch 7 Prophet. His prayer journal. You know, the journal is split up, and you can buy this on Amazon for like $8. You know, you got the note tier, then the keynotes on the side, key aspects, and how you choose to apply this knowledge. This is a great notebook to have for all of these podcasts, whether it's Virgo Virgin Talk, Planetary Forecast, Seas of Sun podcast, and then Sunday service will be back this Sunday. Gang, gang.
Hey.
So, yeah, this is the one. It's the prayer journal, and I like it. You know, I like it. So I got my notebook. I'm ready.
I definitely gotta cop me one of those.
I like, you know, I like organization. So
yeah, I got a bunch of notebooks and stuff, but I don't always make use of them. They're like, I definitely would cop that for a collection.
It's ridiculous. I got like 5 notebooks over here right now, but we finna use this one.
Yeah. I kind of feel like composition.
And then I can like directly put like the name of the episode this is and the date up here. And I think my favorite part on this notebook is the application. Like, how do you plan to apply this episode? I think that's very important for all of the podcasts that we do. How do we plan to apply this knowledge for our edification and elevation?
And what are we going to do with it?
What are we going to do with it?
After we apply the knowledge here on the podcast.
Yeah.
How are we going to apply it in our everyday lives? Oh, it's so much. So much I got to think about. Put that down in a notebook for me, sis.
How are we going to apply this? And you know what? That's dope, because Mars is about motivation and ambition. What gets you going?
Assertiveness. Boldness.
There we go.
All that. Mars is a huge influence in astrology.
Definitely. You know, the gut controls the mind. So, you know, that's why McDonald's is red and yellow now. Controlling y'all minds and y'all root chakras. And y'all need to know it.
Yeah.
You need to know it.
And your stomachs. Solar plexus. Yeah.
Yeah. Big thing.
Is it?
So we're going to start off with our first guest. What you say, sis?
No, go ahead.
We're going to start off with our first guest. I did not get an introduction on this goddess, but we are going to learn about her together, which I'm very excited to do. I'm very grateful that she had the time and space to spend with us today. So we're not going to hold up too much. So this goddess, her title is Yeye Shango Pweju. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeye Shango Pweju.
Yes, please forgive my American tongue. And we're going to bring her to the forefront to introduce herself to y'all.
Yeah.
I got to get some
peace.
Hello, everyone.
Peace, goddess.
Oh, God.
Your practice and the things that you do.
What is Yeye Shango Pweju? And I'm a lot of things. First of all, in America, I am a licensed therapist. And in the idea of the culture, I am a Ifa priest. I'm also a Shango priest. I'm also an Egbe priest, priestess. And I'm also, I have a close relationship with Baba Ogun. So I have been blessed by all of these orishas. And I am honored to be here to not be a master of it, but to be a witness of it and share that information with you all tonight.
Indeed. I have a question. Now, I noticed that you said Baba Ogun.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of using the word Baba in front of the deity's name, how do you correlate that, or what is the meaning to that in association with that specific deity? Do you use it for all the masculine deities or certain ones?
Interesting. Everybody doesn't say Baba Ogun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that believes in due respect.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, Baba means father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeye means mother. So when I address the Orishas, I usually say Baba Ogun. Mm-hmm. If I'm addressing a female deity, I'm usually saying Yeye, whatever that deity is. It's not required, but it's just something I do as to honor the essence of, I believe that they are my mothers and fathers.
Oh, gotcha. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you align yourself with specific orishas?
I first start with your ancestors, right? And every human on earth, their family, based off African tradition, is connected to certain orishas. And so my family line, along with the name Shango Pweju, I also have the name Ogunleshi, which means Ogun is our protector. Mm. And so that was one of the first names I received when I entered into the culture of Ifa. And at that time in my life, Ogun was very prevalent for my needs and for what is necessary for my movement forward in the life. I'm not initiated as an Ogun priest, but I definitely worship and appease Baba Ogun, because Baba Ogun is in every aspect of your life. You can't have technology without Baba Ogun. You can't have internet without Baba Ogun. You can't have the car you drive without Baba Ogun. You can't have the surgical tools without Baba Ogun. You can't have the barber tools that cut your hair without Baba Ogun. You can't have the knife and the things that you use for everyday life without Baba Ogun. So I think it behooves all of us to give thanks to Baba Ogun, because without Baba Ogun, we wouldn't even live. I mean, Baba Ogun is iron. Take the iron out of your body and what happens to it?
Ooh, I think I seen that on the episode of, or in the movie, when Magneto took all the iron and that man, he did something to it and manipulated it. And
how many people are walking around anemic because they don't have enough iron in their body? Yeah. So one thing about orishas represent nature. And every orisha is still inside of you. So Baba Ogun represent iron. You need iron in your body, or you don't have any energy. You can't function. You can't move.
Indeed. So I like that. I believe in a few episodes that we had done when we were having conversations, we noticed that certain orishas have a certain part or role that they play with the human design or the body.
Hmm.
And I like that you had just pulled that out of my memory bank when
Hmm.
you said that about Ogun.
Yeah. Ogun is your skeletal system.
Mm,
Ogun represents your knees. Ogun also represents your heart.
that's interesting.
That definitely makes a lot of sense. I have some more questions for you. Now I want to bring this other guest on too, so that we can have both of you guys, bouncing back and forth with the energy. Um, I'm not. I don't want to butcher his name, Danielle. So, where you at, girl? Don't leave me hanging. But I'm excited to have this guest on as well, who is a priest and a practitioner as well. And I'm going to allow him space to introduce himself, and then we're going to move on with still asking questions. And again, for those of you guys who are watching, feel free to ask questions as well in the comments, and we'll definitely get to them.
Okay, our guest is Babalawo Aworele. Did I say
So,
it right? Greetings.
um, Alafia family, Alafia family, I greet you all. Elaboru, Elabori, Elabosise, Yishongupoju, I greet you all. So my name is
Well, Awodele Arifayo.
Arifayo, Arifayo Biega. So
Mhm.
she Awodele Arifayo. So I'm from Nigeria over here. So I'm here to talk about Ifa and talk about Shango or talk about Ogun. Am I right? So and just a little story about it that attracts to Ogun. So about Ifa is a messenger of Olodumare. So in the aspect of it, all of them works for Ifa, and we all have destiny that attract to all Orisha. So Ogun is the first hunter that works with Ifa and work with all Orisha that made something like this Aja, and also made knife, and it also made cutlass in Yoruba land, and it is Ogun. It is very powerful. So Ogun usually likes what after there is something we call mariwo. So he likes wearing mariwo. So he usually like going to war to fight for battles for all Orisha. In the aspect of Orunmila and Ogun in the Odu, I will interpret the Odu of Ogudamasa. So in the Odu of Ogudamasa, Ogudamasa ìjà wọ̀nyí ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣojú ojú àfògùn oníjọ wọn ò lé ń ṣàwọ ṣáájú tó ti gúngún bí ilé ọjọ́ ní kó káwọn alẹ́ bọ́ ni kó yá ṣe the story is all about Ogun. Ogun usually work with all the Orisha if anything happen. So they usually all Orisha usually call Ogun for the wars, and in
Okay.
one day Ogun go to meet Orunmila that is going to for a war that he need to do some. Orunmila tell Ogun that he need to do some sacrifice for all the powerful of what he has been doing
Mm,
to works as an hunter. So Ogun was to convince that I has powerful why with the powerful will not works for me. So Ogun does not hear word. So he go to the word and his wife hear about it. His wife usually look a shadow any place that Ogun is. Ogun wife usually like Ogun very much when he is in the bush or in anywhere. His wife usually check on him. So when he was making the consultation with Orunmila, um Ogun, when they are talking, the wife of Ogun is hearing what they are saying about it because Orunmila in those days, Orunmila usually called Orunmila in his house to come and make consultation for him in the house. So in the aspect, so when Ogun goes, he does not do any ebo, does not do any side, does not do any offering for Isoke Ponri. So when Ogun did there, all the fight he has been back to, what he has been doing was so down. So his wife just checked what he has been happen over there in the shadow. So Ogun wife went to Orunmila that this thing has been happened. Orunmila said that he should go and buy akuko edie. So I hope you understand me.
I'm following you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm look, I was about to
Yeah, you
ask
got my undivided
Shadow
attention.
Quincy
I'm
if
like,
she can reiterate what you were saying. Because you was about to get
Oh,
deep into it. So, you gotta walk us like back like a little 5-year-old child and explain it to us, you know what I'm saying? So but first, before you
okay, Iye
continue to
Shango,
dive deeper
Iye
into it,
you
let me
understand me a little bit.
I'm
I
gonna
hope you
ask.
understand me.
Hmm?
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
So,
we got a question. Hold up.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask Shago Pueju.
I, I, okay, I have not finished the story. I hope you understand me, Yogo Koyi.
I am following you a little bit. There are some parts of it is cutting out on me, so it's hard for me to fully follow you. But I'm understanding that Baba Ogun went to a room a lot, and then going to a room a lot, Baba Ogun was supposed to do sacrifice so that he can be successful in the things that he was supposed to be successful at. But are you telling me in the story Ogun did not do the sacrifice, or Ogun did do the sacrifice?
Yeah, what about the Ogu did not do the sacrifice, but his wife usually look shadow about it. So Ogu did
But
not
his
do the
wife was
sacrifice
paying attention.
before he go to the war. So when Ogun goes, his wife look the shadow that something has been happened to the husband. So when he looked the shadow and justice that Ogun power was not working, so Ogun's wife, run to the meet Orunmila. So when his wife there, he said that all the thing that Orunmila told Ogun's wife does not tell Orunmila that he look in the shadow that all this thing have been happen. He just tell Orunmila that um all the thing that he tell Ogun that he hear everything that is she is ready to do everything for Ogun. Orunmila said, do you understand? Orunmila said that okay, you should go and buy Ogun wife should go and buy N.
I got a question.
Ogun wife should go and buy N. Wait, Ogun wife should go and buy N for him. So Ogun wife buy N and buy palm, buy hygiene. So when they do the sacrifice, they kill the end. They kill the end for the place that Ogun has been working for Agbede. There is something they call Agbede. So they kill it over there. So and kill and just make the Ogun wife start taking this Ogun. Do you get it? So he starts shaking it. So Ogun power over there to the world starts working. Ogun does not know that anybody did everything to him. So, and the aspect of the story, I'm done. The aspect of the story just taught person that a woman that is very caring for his husband.
Okay.
So it's good to have a woman that is very caring for his husband. So to have the knowledge, everything that you have been doing, you need to be telling your wife so that there are something that your wife will be able to help you out. Do you
Asha, hold on. I don't
understand?
mean to cut your wisdom. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but the goddesses they have some questions. They want some clarity. So let's just let them let's take a breath real quick. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sunshine, just out of due respect, because we want to do this in all due respect.
Yes.
And we're talking to someone who represents the foundation
Asha.
of African spirituality. And so, even though it may be a struggle for us sometimes to understand fully what is being said, I don't want to interrupt the stories because the stories represent the Orisha. And a lot of times, before you can even talk about the story or the Orisha, you got to hear the story. And so, one of the things I want to make sure that we're understanding Baba Awodele Arifayo, and I want to repeat kind of what he's saying, and I want you, Baba Awodele, to let me know if I'm saying it correctly. Okay, Baba?
Okay.
Okay. So Ogun went to get divination. And in divination, Ogun did not do the work, but his wife overheard the divination. His ayah overheard the divination.
You
Correct?
are right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so when Ogun did not go and do what was necessary for his power, his ayah went to Orumala and got the kuka, which is the hen,
Mm-hmm.
and get all the materials for Ebo for Ogun. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so he ultimately did the Ebo. She, being the power she was, did the Ebo for Ogun. Is that correct, Baba?
Yes. Yes. You are right. You are right.
Okay. And in doing the Ebo for Ogun, it gave Ogun his power. It gave him his ashe.
Yeah. Yeah. You are right. You are right.
Okay.
Ogbuato.
Okay. And so it speaks of the power of the wife of Ogun, the ashe of the wife of Ogun. Is that the story you're sharing with us? Is that the Oriki?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, yes, I definitely needed to be caught up to speed with what's going on. I can hear, I can understand, but I don't understand the story quite.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Do you
And
understand now?
I do. And so the main point, Baba Ayodele, of the story, what is the main point you want us to understand about Ogun and his wife in that story?
The main point that I want people to understand is because it's good to have a good woman and to have a good woman in someone's life and to be sharing advice to others so that it will be useful for each other. If Ogun call his wife attention that this thing is happened, that is going to work, but he does not know that his wife is listening. If he does not be listening, if he does not hear what they have been saying, so the war, Ogun will not win the war, the battle. So
Mhm.
that is the main point.
So coming on a show of women that call themselves goddesses, it's important for women to know their importance in supporting Ogun or different spiritual, what their spiritual powers are. And in the case of Ogun, Ogun was supported by his wife. Do I understand that well, Awodele? Baba Awodele.
Please repeat that. I didn't hear you clearly. Just repeat this aspect.
I will. Um, what I understand you saying is that because we're on a show with a lot of women, the story helps women to understand their power and even supporting their husbands.
Yeah, you are right.
Okay. I thank you, Baba, for that story because I've never heard that story in all of my studying of Ogun, Baba. I've never heard the story of his wife doing ebal for him or doing sacrifice for him.
Uh,
So I thank you for sharing that story. Can you share with me what Odu that comes from?
what do you say?
Can you share with me what Odu that comes from?
The Odu is Ogudamasa. Ògùdámàsà ìjà wọ̀nyí ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣojo dúàbògùn níjọ wọn ò lè ó ń ṣàwòtá ìdòbí gungun bí ilé ọjọ́ ní kó káwọn alẹ́ bọ ni kó yáa ṣe.
Modupwe.
Do you know Ogudamasa?
Is that the same? That's not the same as Ogunda Meiji. What is the Masa? What is the 16?
Oguda Meiji is different for Ogudamasa. Oguda Meiji is different from Ogudamasa. That is Oju Odu. If we are talking about Ogudameji, we are talking about Ojuodu, all those Ejiogbe to Ofumeji. We are talking about Ojuodu. So after that, after Ogbeyeku, that is Afekaleka. I don't know the English aspect that I used to call it, but it's Afekaleka.
Okay.
I
can understand it if you tell me. I know Ogunda Masai is an alias. So what does the Masai represent in the 16? Oduifa? Is it
no, it's not Oguda Masa.
Is it Ogunda Osai?
Yes, Oguda Osa. Yes, Oguda Osa. Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
Do you know about Okpele? Have you opened Okpele? Do you know about it?
Okpele, yes.
You know Okpele very well?
A little bit. I'm not a master at it. I know a little bit. I am a student. I am a Yanifa.
Okay. Have you got into
on the sidebar? Hold on, time out. You said what you said out of the 16, what exactly was that? Because I don't know what the 16 is and the title on that. What is that?
Okay, so I would
we can call it Kotopos. Odu. We can call it, let me just use the verse. It is Odu verse. Let me use verse for that. So we have 256 verse Odu. So in 4 steps, there are 16. So after the 16, in one Odu we have 15. Okay, 15 times 16. One Odu Ejiogbe, the born Ejiogbe born 15. Each one born 15. So in the all of them is now 256. Do you understand?
I do. Baba, I will have to tell you that we are on an audience with people who may not understand the workings of Ifa. They are very new to it. They don't understand all the concepts of Ifa. And even though I understand a lot, I still am limited, Baba. So I have to stop and help them to understand from an American English version of what you're saying.
Okay.
Yes,
I
to be our
understand.
interpreter or translator.
There are Odu, there are different Odu that speak about Ogun. In Ogudameji too, Ogudameji that you are talking about, we speak about Ogun and some Odu. So if we are talking about it, morning time will be up. So we just need to choose a topic each a day. Do you get it?
I do. I'm very clear. Yes, Baba. So what we want to do is allow them to ask us questions. I would try to be a mediator here, if you would allow me to be, so that
Okay,
they can
sure, no
get
problem.
authentic information, even though it's hard for us to fully understand the grasp of it. Okay, Baba?
Oh,
Oh, I
okay,
love it. We
I understand.
Okay.
Have you I want to ask you something. Have you got initiated of your IFA? The
I
youth?
am. I was initiated in Oshobo, Nigeria, under Baba Coyote Ifani.
Babaka Ifani. What is your Odu?
Irete Osa.
Àwọ̀ tẹ̀tọ́ ansá, òwò tẹ̀pá kúbẹ̀kúbẹ̀ kúlóńgbó bí olú òdídẹ. Bí kò bá pabọ̀, ájúrúkọ tẹ́yìn jẹ́ lọ́la. Àwọ̀ àwọ̀díwá bára ó ń ṣàwọlé tó de ìgèdè. Do you know what? After this live, you can text me. I want to help you to interpret your Odu. So I will tell you what you will do over there. It will be useful for you. Do you
Okay.
understand? Àwọ̀
Okay.
tẹ̀tọ́ ansá.
Okay, Papa.
Okay,
Okay.
you are welcome. What is some other question?
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Miss Sunshine and Miss Danielle so that they can ask specific questions. And we're gonna try to have this conversation. We're having an international conversation now. And so in an international conversation, we don't always fully understand each other. However, I want us to make sure we represent Ayodele, Arifayo as an elder in this moment. We don't want to be in a position of disrespect in this moment.
Not at all.
Okay. Go ahead, guys.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little teary eyed. I don't know. That just did something for me. I really am enjoying this flow right now. Danielle, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Sure. My question is gonna bring it all the way back though. So I really wanted to get into what he was speaking about, where he had got his information from with about Ogun's wife, because I certainly didn't find out on the internet. Trying to search, I searched here, there, and everywhere. They didn't mention anything about a
So the
feminine
internet is
energy during
never
his
going to
life.
be an absolute credible source
Right,
about Larisha.
right.
Awodele Arifayo grew up in Africa where the 256 Odus, and our concept is like chapters of the Bible, is being passed down from family to family, from generation to generation, from Ile to Ile, from Oluwo to student. And so he is in remembrance of 256 Odus. And so because of different Odu speaks of different stories in about Ogun, because he's on the show of women, he wanted to highlight the story of Ogun that deals with his wife.
I'm glad he shared that with us because, like I
Because we
said,
never. Over here in America, they really focus on the new beginnings that Ogun had to undergo when slavery started. They kind of start the Orisha stories with slavery over here.
mm-hmm.
Now, when you're in the practice, do you guys even go through that, those stories of how, like, the war with the colonizers and things? Because that's how our stories start over here. That's the information they
No.
get.
Ogun has nothing to do with slavery or colonization. Ogun was one of the Iboras, one of the Orumales. He was one of the Orumales that came from heaven, from Ikoliae to Ikoliorum to Okoliae, which is heaven to earth,
Mm-hmm.
to make the world livable or habitable for humans. And Ogun was the one that cleared the path. And in Ogun clearing the path, it made the world livable for us. So we give thanks to Baba Ogun, who is the first king. The first Oba is Baba Ogun. Am I right about that, Awodele?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes, the first hunter. Yeah, yeah. You are right. The first
The first
hunter,
Oba is the first
hunter
Oba
that
is
is that made the Aja, Cutlass, Osu. Is the first hunter is the Ogun
was Ogun.
that
May
do
I,
this.
may I
Yes,
respectfully interject for a
and
moment?
he
Because
doesn't like wearing mariwo. He does not like wearing clothes. He like wearing mariwo, and he usually like eating yam, born isu sunsun, born yam,
So now what he's
corn.
talking about is things that Ogun likes.
right,
Ogun, what he likes to eat or what he likes to receive. And he loves palm oil, palm wine. I'm sorry, palm wine, Baba.
Yam, yam. He likes
Roasted
yam
yam
yam.
and corn,
Hmm.
and born yam. He like eating born yam and born corn.
and corn.
So yeah, that is what he likes most. When he's working, that is what he likes eating.
When it's burnt.
Okay. All right. One moment, because Danielle had a question. What was your question?
Oh, I was stating that I was reading the comments from my
Mhm.
audience. Um, Greetings, Khalil. Greetings, Hidden. Hidden asks, greetings. Well, she said, greetings, God and goddesses. For a person just learning about our reaches, where should I start?
I think I don't know what area you're in, but there's a reason why we have Iani Files and Babalaos on this side of the water. Because as you can tell, there is a communication disconnect, and people who go over there constantly to learn, to sit at the feet of people like Awodele,
Mhm.
and learn the Orisha. You want to connect with someone that's trustworthy over on this side of the water so that you can begin to learn the things you need to learn. So that you can then go also and connect with individuals with Awodele to help you
Yeah,
to understand the 256 Odus.
yeah.
Now,
I have classes that I teach people about Ifa, and I also teach people about Orisha before I got them intimated of each Orisha and each Odu, and I also interpret. I have classes that I explain to them before I do consultation of reading for them. I have classes that I attend. If anyone was interested, I can guide them and teach them through it.
Modupwe.
So
okay.
a lot
At
of
the end of this episode, I'm going to give both of you opportunities to leave your contact information, and we're going to put it up on the screen so that people can communicate with you guys if they want to learn more. So we're definitely going to come back to that. Now, I have a question because I heard you say the first Oba is Baba Ogun.
Yes.
Okay, so what does Oba mean?
King.
Okay.
King. Oba is king.
So in the
Okay.
story
hunter,
that I read,
and
it
the
was
first
like
hunter, the
Onta.
first hunter,
Unta.
the
Can you
first
explain that in
hunter,
English for me, Awodele?
hunter,
Okay.
the first hunter.
So we need some key vocabulary words.
Yeah,
Is
we
where
need
we
a
need to start off
vocabulary
first.
word
Hidden,
breakdown.
hidden,
That's what it is for us.
yeah, we need a
I
key
need a visual.
vocabulary words is where we need to start before we want to get into uh
The first hunter.
So I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to
I hope you
confirm
understand
something
me.
with you. Can I confirm something with you? So the story that we got here is, and now I see you said he was the first Oba. So the story was that you have the land, and it was Ogun that came with his machete and cleared the pathway for the other Orishas to
Olumale.
come, and so that's why he was the first, correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
That what
So when we pray to, so if someone were to pray to Ogun, and they will be praying for pathways being clear. Is this, it's either go to for clearing of the pathways to what it is that you want?
Baba, I will. They're asking, is Ogun who you go to clear your path, to clear the way with the cutlass, with the machete like my earrings?
Oh,
The
Yeah.
answer,
Okay. Is it Ogun that do your hearing? Is that the question?
yes, like Ogun, like the machete, the cutlass.
No,
like
the
what do you go
cutlass.
to Ogun for? What are we like? You know, every Orisha has, you know, just like over here they have the angels, and each angel has something you go to the angel for.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that the
yeah.
same
All Orisha have their duties and what they do and their representative and what they do. So about the hearing, so in those times they don't use hearing, they use beats. They use Ilekefa to do hearing. They use Ilekefa. They don't use hearing. So Ogun usually made all these cutlass and or
I
made
miss.
osu and made knives and made aja, something like this. Is the Ogun that first made this. Do you see it? Is the Ogun that first do it and first do aja. There is something we call aja. It's Ogun that first do it. Do you
Right.
understand like that?
Yes, I was just my earrings is a cutlass. So what I was explaining was that yes, Baba Ogun is who you pray to clear the way. He makes items made with iron, the cutlass, the bell that he had. I don't know what the proper
Yeah,
Ifa name
yes,
is.
yeah. It's the Ogun that first do gun. Gun. Is Ogun that
Gong.
first do it. Yes, yes. Ogun that first do gun that they used to in those days when they want to go to go and fight some battles. Is Ogun
Mhm.
that we go and fight for it and he fight for all Orisha and help them through some wars. There is another Odu that said that Ogun when they were going to another place they want to change their location. They want to change their like I just want the story was so long,
Mm-hmm.
but I just want to go okay. When they want to change their location, so they just made another battle over there. But stood for them. Ogun stood for them for all Orisha to fight for them to gain the background to get what the place that they are. So all of them has their duty to do over there. So Ogun fight for the war, Orunmila do their consultation, their reading when they move to this place to next street to next place. Orunmila do consultation because Orunmila is the father of wisdom, father of knowledge. If they want to do anything, all Orisha go and meet Orunmila to do consultation for them.
Okay, so you have to go through Oromilla to reach the Orishas.
No,
Yes, all
no.
yeah,
Orunmila is the deity of knowledge and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Orishas consult Orunmila when they
Right.
need help.
Okay.
So even Ogun was initiated as a Babalawo, as a Orunmila, because he needs Orunmila to help him in his missions.
Mm-hmm.
Orishas, no matter the deity, still have to go and consult Orunmila for assistance with whatever mission they're needing to carry out.
Got.
That makes sense? Was I
Mm-hmm.
right, Awodele, or was I wrong? I'm
yeah,
open for correction.
you are right, you are right. So all of
Okay.
them go and meet. You are right, you are right. So all of them, all Orisha has their own duty and after what they do for each other. All of them go and meet Orunmila on what the aspect and what they do to make the consultation,
Mm-hmm.
to
Right.
do reading for them, what is next step to do in everything they do.
Ashe.
So in those war, when they want to go to the war, when they are battle, when they in a minute, when they want to go there, in 30 minutes when they want to reach there, or they go and meet Orunmila to do the consultation that are we there now? Orunmila needs, we are not reached there, but Orunmila tell Ogun that is the person that will fight for them for now, that he has a lot. Orunmila tell Ogun that he has a lot of duty to do for all of the Orisha. So all of them give Ogun. There's something we call Mariwo. Do you know Mariwo?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Mariwo. I hope are you Sunshine? Do you know Mariwo?
I know I
Sunshine.
wrote it out because I know some people who utilize that name as their title.
So Mariwo, Orunmila give Ogun one Mariwo, and all Orisha give Ogun Mariwo. So when they give Ogun Mariwo, Ogun try and tie it all his body, and tie the Mariwo all his body to fight the war, so that all of them can gain the background of it, of the place that they are going and the place that they want to have. So when they do that, all of them give Ogun Mariwo, and they give Ogun Kola Obi. So Ogun eat Kola. When Ogun was eating the Kola, so he was fighting the battle. So that is why Ogun win the battle. Ogun did not give them the Mariwo back. Ogun want to return the Mariwo to the all Orisha. All Orisha said that they have given Ogun the Mariwo, should be using it as clothes. Do you understand?
Mariwo is palm leaves that Ogun used to clothe himself. Correct, Awodele?
Yes, you are right. Yes.
Okay. Palm leaves to use to clothe himself. Each Orisha gave Ogun Mariwo to go and fight their battles. And they gave him Kola. Is it Obi? Kola?
Yes. Kola Obi.
Obi. Kola is Obi to go and fight for them. And when Ogun returned, he did not give back the Mariwa.
He want to return the Mariwo. All of them says that they have given Ogun the Mariwo. Do you understand?
I do.
They did not collect the Mariwo back. They just give Ogun the Mariwo. So after winning the battle, everyone try and build their own house. But Ogun use an iron to build his own house separately. Obatala use armor to build his own house. So Obatala use white to build his place. So all of them, Orunmila also build his own place. So all of them try and build their own place. So they have their own place, and separately, when they are living in that place, they all have their own duties and what they are doing for each other. If all of them need each person need consultation or reading to everything, they go to Orunmila. If Ogun go to hunting, if Ogun go for hunting, if you kill an animal or anything, it will usually go and give Orunmila as an Oluwo. Did you understand? Oluwo. So that is why
Oluwo is like a godfather. Oluwo is like a godfather.
Oh, okay. Now I've heard of it.
Orunmila is Ogun's godfather. Okay. And when Ogun goes hunting, Ogun always brings something back to Orunmila. Right. And it's good to announce today. Now it's past that day now over in Nigeria, but it was Osei Ifa Day today, which is the day of Orunmila today. Now, as they're moving into the next day, it is now the day of Ogun over there is Oshe Ogun over in Nigeria right now. Am I correct, Awodele?
Divine
What
intervention, divine
I
alignment. Again.
what do you say?
I said yesterday, for you, yesterday was Oshe Ifa.
Yes, okay, Oseifa, you are right, Oseifa. Yes, you are right, Oseifa. Yes, you
Which
are
is the
right.
day. Now we're moving to Oshe Ogun. So we're moving into Ogun's day now.
So what
Yeah.
determines those days? Is that a set date every year, or is that it determined upon different astronomical things or whatever, what have you? How do you set that day of it's the same day every year?
Okay, so I won't be an expert, but I will tell you that it's called every 5th day, but here in America, we know it to be every 4th day because you count the day you're in. And so every 4 days, it represents a different Orisha. So today for us, which is yesterday for them, represented Oshe Ifa. Tomorrow, when we wake up, we will be in Oshe Ogun. The next day when we wake up, we will be in Oshe Shango. After that, we will be in Oshe Obatala. And then it starts over again. Oshe Ifa, Oshe Ogun, Oshe
Oseo. Yes, you are right. Yes.
And then Oshe Obatala.
Hold on, let me get that order one more time because I'm taking notes. Let me get that jump again. So it's Ifa, Ogun, and then what else?
Shango, Jakuda, Shango, and then Obatala.
Okay, so those are the 4, and we just keep recycling the 4.
Over and over again, yes.
Okay, cool.
Because the original calendar was not the American calendar.
Right.
Okay. And on Oshe Shango, on Oshe Ifa, you also celebrate Oshe Oshun.
Right. I was going to
Oshe Egbe, which is another deity, Oshe Egbe. You represent Oshe Eshu Odara. And Oshe Yemoja. On Ogun's day is Oshe Ogun and Oshe Oshosi, which is one of Ogun's brothers.
So you guys go by the Deccan calendar? Like the 10 days?
I don't know what they call it. Don't let me lie to you about the name of it. I just know it's every 4 days.
Okay. I want to get into that calendar. That's important. Yeah. That's important to me. So I would definitely like more information on those calendar days and how those are set up.
Okay.
What happened to Baba?
Awodele.
He might come back. Okay, so as far as like there's like certain festival days. I know you have the calendar, but aren't there like just certain days like this is Ogun's festival day?
Yes, that well, you have the O'Sheas, but then each month or each season, different villages celebrate a different Orisha. So for in Ifa, June is our actual New Year. It is the Ifa New Year in June.
Okay, Ifa New Year in June. And was that like the summer solstice?
So you're the astrologist expert.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
That's cool. Okay. So we got how Ogun's relationships are with the other Orishas. So like I don't really, so now I feel like a newborn in this realm of the different stories of Ogun. So what were like the different wars that they would have Ogun fight for the other Orishas?
Ogun is the warrior. So whatever war that existed at any given time, and whatever war that we have to be in at any given time, we go to Baba Ogun to fight that war fight.
Okay.
So I got a question then. Okay, so we go to Ogun to fight for our wars, and then Ogun would consult Orunmila about it for knowledge and wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Was there a time that Ogun did not consult with Orunmila?
I don't know the stories like that. That's why someone like Ayodele is so vital, because he actually knows a lot of the stories or a lot of the Odus that are associated with that. You heard him tell the story of Ogunda Osa, where he did not do the sacrifice that was required. But fortunately, his wife did the sacrifice for him. There are many stories where he did do the sacrifice. So it really just is depending on the temperament at the time and what the story actually entails. I tell people with Ifa, don't get didactic, because you're going to find that Ogun shows up in different areas in different ways. So just when you try to say this is exactly who Ogun is, you're going to find out there's a story that shows him in a different type of way and energy.
Indeed.
Because we see, like, over here, like, we get the, we don't get the knowledge that you guys are getting over across the waters, and they kind of associate him with, like, not so much as destruction, but destruction can occur when Ogun is out of control, and it's kind of presented like all right, so you know how some deities are kind of presented like an Aesop's fable? Like, this is the personification of the energy that's going on. So when you talk about the Obas, the Orishas, is this like a personification of our energy of happenings, or are these in like actual people in history, actual beings in history that we're talking about?
These are actual beings in history.
Okay.
And sometimes those beings in history is reincarnated in humans on Earth. And sometimes people confuse the humans on Earth as the beings when they're not the same thing. Baba Ogun is always going to do the work of Olodumare. And Olodumare for us is divine being, is God for us. Olodumare is God. And what does God require of us? God requires us to maintain balance. God requires us to have Iwa Pule, which is good and balanced character. So Ogun's job is to serve Olodumare and keep the balance. So even the stories of him that we may perceive as out of control is actually keeping the balance. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, because saying some people are like, I don't want to use the word reincarnated because I don't want to disrespect like the twistings of the two beliefs, but to say like that energy is being born again in another person, it makes a lot of sense. The different happenings that go on in our space, like, okay, that had to happen because that was Ogun in that vessel that did that. You know what I mean? Respect. Do you have any more questions, Danielle?
No, honey. I think I would like to ask her if she'd like to come again.
Right. Okay, so when you are preparing your altar for Ogun, what does that entail?
Ooh. That entails divination. I'm going to say that first, because I think you can set up symbolisms of Ogun. You can put machetes in the iron pot, and you can put certain elements of Ogun together. But to actually have a shrine of Ogun, you will need divination. You will need someone who's qualified to actually set up Ogun for you, that can teach you how to properly appease Ogun. Because the thing that you don't want to do is to begin to appease energies in a way that does not benefit you.
Sure.
And so since Ogun is such an energy that believes in truth It believes in balance. It believes in justice and honesty. You don't want to approach it in a way where you haven't cleared your heart. I noticed that a lot of people, especially here in the United States, try to use Ogun for protection when they're out doing the wrong thing. Ogun is not your bodyguard when you're out doing inappropriate things.
Right.
Ogun will uphold the idea of Iwapale, and Ogun will make sure that we are in alignment. And if you're out of alignment, then you end up suffering more than you end up being protected and supported by. And so I think, I think today was a good day to express how important it is that we really begin to study. This is not an energy you take lightly. It's not an energy that anybody can think they are master of. There's so much here in America we don't know. I do not stand as an expert in Baba Ogun. I stand as a student that is continuing to learn, that give due respect to those who are initiated into Baba Ogun. I thank them for the knowledge that they share with us, the work that they do for us on behalf of Baba Ogun. I think when you start to talk about Orisha, it is vital that we begin to open up properly for Orisha. And that is something that I would encourage that we do before the show. Just so that we can be in alignment with that. This is not something just to be curious about. These are real energies. They're real concepts. And we want to walk with them lightly and appropriately. And that would be my advice to all of us, is that we want to approach it in the most honorable way possible. And when we have individuals like Awodele that come to share with us, even though we're not used to sitting and hearing the stories, we're not used to having to be patient and listen through that. I say that is important because when they chant, they're actually invoking the spirits of the Orisha for us so that we can actually have viable conversation about it. So I think that would be my advice as you all go for it, not just with Ogun, but the series of different Orishas.
Yeah, I definitely want to walk in respect. Just like you said, over here on this side, we do not get the knowledge that you guys have on that other, the knowledge that you share amongst each other on the other side of the waters. So over here, it's kind of like a I won't say it's watered down because angels are sent to a high regard as well. That's like a big energy also, which will lead to my next question. As we come into different cultures and things, I have read about the association with Ogun with certain saints like Saint Michael and Saint Peter, George and James and things like that. And I just want to know your standpoint from your practice. How is that interpreted to see those like alignments with the saints and the angels in alignment with their Orishas?
I want to appreciate those of our ancestors who were taken away from culture, from African culture, who still found out a way to invoke the Orishas on our behalf, hiding them behind the saints. So I don't have authority to speak on that because that was a space by which, they helped it to survive in us. And they help us to return to Africa, to be able to have Awodele on the show, to be able to talk with us about the actual stories. So, I know there are a lot of Lukumi, Santeria, different practices that was evolved in a survival technique to support us from the sake of being taken from our cultures. So I give due respect and honor to those individuals and those ancestors who led us back to the original Isheshe, or that led us back to where we needed to go. And for that reason, I appreciate the work that they've done in this work. But there is a significant difference between those that are Lukumi, Santeria, and those that are, over the water. And there are many individuals that are having to reconcile between those systems and now relearning from the original systems of Ifa. And I'm just grateful for their work. Because of their work, that door is open for us.
I respect that wholeheartedly. I feel humbled, definitely, in this episode. It's so much more that I want to learn, and I need that man. I got that man's Instagram information. In fact, since I do have his Instagram information, I'm going to share it with you guys. And while I'm looking that up, Goddess, could you please share with us how we can reach you and your services and what you do, so that communicate with me more, because I want to do that as well.
Yes, I'm on Instagram at Yeye Shango Pweju. So just Yeye Shango Pweju. I'm on Facebook as Yeye Shango Pweju. So you can always DM me about if you want to connect with me. As there are serious inquiries, I will, give you more of a direct number for you to call, for us to communicate, and continue the movement of the process forward to our development and learning in this process. Because as you can tell, we have to really reconnect, and that can be a difficult thing. And we have to take our time to really connect.
From A to Z, from the beginning. It's just so much just to intake, and might not, like Hidden had asked, where do you actually start?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you start at? And then people over here might not have all the information correctly, or it's just so much.
It's one of those things that you have to also follow your energy and your spirit. So a lot of times we want to know things, but the first guide we have is our Ori, is our ability. And that's what has guided us when we didn't have Orisha, when we didn't have anything else. You had Ori. And Ori is, people call it your third eye, your intuition, all of those different names that you have. So that deity, your Ori, was with you even when Ogun and Shango and all the other Orishas wasn't with you. Another thing we tap into is our ancestors, and really make sure that we are giving honor to who they were. Because of them, we're able to be where we are today. And I think we can't overskip any of it, to get to Ogun, to get to Shango, to get to any of it. So I think it's just about following your Ori, paying attention to your energy. How did you feel in this moment? Did it say I need to call? Did it say I need to reach out? Did it say maybe this is a good place to start? Some of us that are listening, if you're listening, it's because your Ori had you to listen. If your Ori had you to listen, did your Ori say, okay, this is where I need to start at?
Indeed.
And I want to thank y'all for opening up this platform, because it's scary for people to begin to research. We grew up a Christian faith, Christian religion, and if it wasn't Christianity, it was Islam. And, we've been fear-based to think that anything outside of that is hoodoo, voodoo, juju, and it's going to cause us negativity. And then when you approach a subject like Ogun, and Ogun being such a warrior, a bloody warrior at times, it can be scary, and I understand that. And so I want to thank you all for your bravery in having a conversation about this. And I want to thank you all for creating a platform for this. Because there are a lot of people just like you and me at one point where we didn't know. And we had to get introduced to it in some type of way. And so this allows us to get introduced to it. It sounds like he's back. He says, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, I see him. I see him coming back and forth. He's slowly coming through the resistance. So once he's stabilized, we're going to bring him back on. But I want to
thank the internet is up and down.
Yeah. We're definitely experiencing a lot of that. I want to thank you because, even once people come into this realm of knowledge, it's played with. It's kind of like, I won't say watered down, but it's played with to the point where it's just a Facebook name or an Instagram name. Like, people are freely calling themselves these Orishas, and they're not fully overstanding or understanding the energy that they're calling onto themselves. And just like you said, you see with my altar, I only put ancestors that I met in the physical. Like, this is my great aunt, I grew up with her. This is my great great grandmother, grew up with her. You know, we all went to the same church. Like, that's who's on my altar, because I never felt comfortable enough to put such a saint or a deity or Orisha on my altar, because it does feel like a big energy. Like, just by him singing the songs, I started crying. Like, it's a very big energy, and it's a lot that we don't understand, because like you see and hear from this dialogue, we don't even get the story that you guys are getting.
Not at all.
People choose to give us on the internet. We don't know what literature, if there's even any literature, because I know we come from cultures of verbal pass down, which is important because it prevents a lot of, you know, copy and paste nonsense that we see that happens when we do put out the literature. So I like that as well. However, I think that it's important to spread the fact that to have someone like you and someone like Awudele on these platforms to remind us that it's bigger than these things that we're reading on Google, and to not play with it. And don't use the names if you didn't go through the channel, because I'm big on discipline. I'm big on gatekeepers. I think they're very important to keep the discipline alive in a space, because just like you said, you'll have people praying on Ogun to help them go do nonsense, you know, because they don't fully understand the energy that they're asking upon them, and then they wonder why they stub their own toe. So thank you for that, and thank you for singing that out loud, because I know a lot of people needed to hear that, whether they hear it later on replaying this video or they heard it in the past, because you know time is not linear. You know, thank you for saying that out loud. That was a very important statement to make. I'm trying to buy up the time while he's fighting through the resistance.
I wanted to say that when me and Sunshine first sat down, discussed that. I have an echo. Take that off. Me and Sunshine first sat down and we're speaking about, we wanted to do episodes on the Orishas. At first, we were just doing it for, of course, to gain knowledge about it, but also to incorporate like the astrological sense of how it aligns with astrology, what have you. But as we were going through a few episodes, our first episode was Oludamare, and we see that, okay, it's so much more, because there's nothing that can correlate with him as far as like with astrology. He is the source, he is the creator, he is everything, and he doesn't
and it's
have
not
an
associated
image.
with gender. Oludamare is
No gender, no none of that. Yes. So I was like, okay, so we're diving in deep here, just off the first episode, and I'm pretty sure the information we got on the first episode is very vague compared to what you and compared to what Baba would have to say. Awodele, yes, Baba Awodele. I've had conversations with Awodele prior to this episode right here. I spoke with him a few times. That's why he asked me, "Do you remember that?" I'm like, I don't remember some of that vocabulary. It's been a couple weeks. You gotta refresh my memory because he's trying to teach me from the basics. And I appreciate his time and the energy that he's giving me and the wisdom that he wants to provide. So yeah,
we would love to have the both of you back. We need a vocabulary breakdown, because you guys, we didn't realize
Come again?
I said I'm so sorry the other time that I lose the connection. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
We do it all the time. You okay? We're grateful that you're here, because we know the time zones is crazy. So the fact that you're even here and you fought through the resistance to come back, like that's a blessing. So thank
Yeah,
you.
we appreciate you
Thank
very
you.
much.
But we were
So
just saying how we need we kind of need like a vocabulary, like a basic foundation. We don't have any more time to do that on this episode, but like just realizing that there's a whole different calendar and how the days are counted and the seasons are set up and the year and things. It's just a whole different shift than what we do over here on this side of the water.
sunshine, please just make it slow so that I will be able to understand you. You are too fast with your tongue.
People say that all the time. Okay, I'm from Jersey. My bad. But we're thinking of like having like a foundation like with the vocabulary and how the calendar is set up and the seasons and how and how all that correlates with the orishas and the energy. That would help like build a foundation because you guys shared so much knowledge today. And I was able to write down a lot of the key words here, but there's like a lot of definitions that I would like clarity on too. So we would all that to say we would love to have you back. We have more episodes, for the rest of the season. We're definitely, going to keep in touch with you guys behind the camera. I'm going to give each of you guys the floor to, reintroduce yourself, how we can find you, and the services and products you have to provide before we close out. So I'm gonna do y'all one at a time if that's all right. So you're gonna see all of this disappear.
You choose me first. My name is Ye Shango Poeju. I am out of Conyers, Georgia. You can reach me on Instagram, Ye Shango Poeju. You can also reach me on Facebook, Ye Shango Poeju. Just put in my name, search for me. I'm also a licensed therapist. I do introductory classes to Ifa Yoruba, help people walk through the process of attaching themselves to their destinies, and connecting with our brothers and sisters over in Nigeria, so that you have a short word for a tour guide towards the process of becoming. So that's who I am, and that's how you can reach me.
All right, I got a question because I'm trying to find you so I can share your page on the screen. Is this all spelled as one word?
It's probably two different ones. It may. Are you on Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
on Facebook.
Shango first, Sango,
Okay.
and then Peju, Peju.
All right. I just want to share your page while you're here so everybody can see. Make sure they got the right one. All right, I got you. Hold on.
You found me?
Yep, I found you.
Okay.
So this is the goddess page, y'all. And she got my friend request. So you see this profile pic, you know you on the right one.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
No problem.
Alafia family. My name is Awudili Arifayo. I'm a Babalawo, I'm a chief priest, I'm a therapist, and I also have classes that a lot of people I teach them Ifa and Orisha, and I also guide them through their destinies ancestors. So I guide them through Ifa and Orisha to their intonation. So I just got crowned as the chief general in my state here in Nigeria. So I guide people to Ifan Orisha. So you can also reach me to Instagram Babalawo Awudele Arifayo, to IG, to Facebook.
All right, y'all. Here goes the Instagram page. Make sure
Yes.
you follow.
Hello, yeah. That is my Instagram page. And I also send spiritual goods throughout the universe. And I also sell spiritual goods, spiritual beats, spiritual divination, spiritual ear I also sell it, and soaps. I also sell it throughout the universe. So a lot of people usually visit my temple here in Nigeria. I have two temple here in Nigeria. So a lot of people usually visit my temple here. So I teach them to their Ifa and Orisha. So I also guide people, and I also sell beats. I sell beats and spiritual soap, spiritual bondage, soaps. So I also sell it. So I send it throughout the universe.
Wait till I see the yellow over there yelling. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I'm about to pull up our schedule for the next few episodes, unless my screen allows it, so we could chat about it. This was a great episode, sis.
Indeed, it was. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. This was definitely this was the one. Ain't
It
gonna
was
hold
enlightening. It was
very
very heartfelt. I felt the energy. The energy was strong. It was genuine. I appreciate it. And yes, I am too. I'm humbled.
yes, absolutely am. Okay, there it is. Excuse me, y'all.
And I appreciate everyone in the chat, all our viewers that had joined in with us today.
Yes, thank y'all for participating in the chat. Thank you guys for your feedback. Give me two more seconds and we go ahead and schedule up. That's what I'm over here dragging my feet on so I can tell you I was next. I didn't even know they had that music on there. That's wild. So the next
start dancing.
That was a surprise. So for the next episode, that'll be on April 11th. We're going to do Odumila's wisdom. So divine alignment. We got done talking about Odumila today in alignment with Ogun. I love how these episodes play out. It's a great time here.
Yeah, it is a really great time here. And now we're entering into Ogun's Day is tomorrow.
Yes, that's beautiful. And it always plans out that way. That's how it was the last season we did.
Yeah.
We did from the Anunnakis all the way to biblical times, and it's the earth around and aliens. And it was just all in divine alignment with current news and pop culture and stuff. It was crazy. And it wasn't intentional with us, but the universe already knew what was going to happen down to the day that we couldn't show up because one of us had something going on. But then the next week it showed up, it was like, dang, did you see what was on the news today?
Right.
So it's like we're constantly being used, and we love it here.
I'm so grateful for all the information I was taught today. Like, to gain access to the info that we received today was amazing. Because, like I said in my notes, okay, none of this meant anything.
None of this was anywhere. None of it. None of it. I didn't even use the notebook.
What the hell?
just burn it. Just burn that whole Google search. Oh my goodness. But this was great. I have a newfound respect for the practice and the souls that, you know, dedicate their life and their energy in this practice and teaching it and its importance. And I really look forward to expanding more in this realm of things and expanding with you all. Again, thank you to our guests. Thank you to the viewers. We're going to exit out because y'all know we love our nines and we've been here for 90 minutes.
Hey.
So peace, y'all.
Peace.